Last time on Beyond Mysteries. Yandere-chan tried to befriend Masumi, but it did not work. She got the ability to talk to her dad, but it still did not work. She tried to get into Masumi's heart and force her to remove the debt, but it did not work as well. The only other plan was to kidnap Masumi. But do you think she will actually go ahead and torture her? Find out in this episode. Beyond Mysteries, Part 6. Yandere-chan had no guts to go ahead and continue her classes. She stayed in the room with Masumi and hoped that no one finds them. Every time she looked at Masumi, she starts crying. She remembers how her dad felt while being kidnapped by her mother. That is why she does not want to be like her mother. She wants to be a normal student, having a normal crush with a normal boy, but she did not have the ability to actually win his heart. She continued crying. After school time, she went ahead and took Masumi to a secret room away from school. She had to carry her to go far away, with no one to witness her torture. She thought of hiding her at the exact spot her father was sitting when being forced to marry her mother. The problem is she does not want to know where it is. She had sacrificed the plan to take Masumi to an empty room around the corner. When she reached the place, she made sure that Masumi never sees her face. She did not want to get into police trouble. As soon as Masumi woke up, Yandere-chan's Yandere gene from her mother activates, and she started going insane. She started torturing Masumi with all her might. She completely lost control over her body. The only thing that came into her mind as blackmail, she started torturing harder. After beating up Masumi, Yandere-chan called the delivery service for hardcore drugs. She needed a drug that could make someone forget anything and everything that happened in the last 24 hours. This is to make sure that all of the evidence, including memory, is completely gone. After she ordered the drugs, she used Masumi's phone to call her dad. She started blackmailing him and making him hear his daughter crying for help. He agreed to put down all debts in his company just to be able to see his daughter again. And Yandere-chan accepted his deal. She then started shouting at Masumi to make sure she gets frightened. She then tied her up to the wall, tied her hands and legs together, and left to get those drugs. She needed to get them without anyone noticing because those drugs are the most hardcore drugs on the shop. She went ahead and started stealthing her way to the drugs. After she came back, she untied Masumi-chan. Before she was able to do anything, Yandere-chan grabbed Masumi and pinned her to the ground. She then started forcing the drugs into her body through the mouth. This was to make sure the drug is at its fullest effect. After the drugs has been consumed, she took Masumi to the last place she remembers and walked away. The next day, she talked to Kikona to make sure the depths are actually cleaned. Fortunately, she said yes. This has made sure Yandere-chan is in Kikona's good side. After she made sure, she started talking to Kikona about Senpai, and she told her to stay away from him and leave him to Yandere-chan. Kikona accepted the deal, because without Yandere-chan, Kikona would not have been able to rescue her dad from the depths. After the conversation, Yandere-chan headed back to the PC with a cached file saying the name of Kikona. She saw a new cached folder saying, "Good job." In that cache folder, the message pointed at a bunch of letters and numbers in another cache file. She started to decipher that code and find out what it actually wants. She wants to know the truth about what the mystery girl really want. After lots of code cracking, the whole gang reached the place. They started working on the mystery girl case. Yandere-chan told them about the cache files and how they were always pointing somewhere. She never told them that the first cache file pointed at Kikona. She asked for their help to crack the code. Senpai quickly said that this code represents a location. Yandere-chan quickly inserted the code into an online map and it pointed towards the trader and the gardening club. Yandere-chan started running. The trader had a recent note that was placed there by someone recently. Yandere-chan examined the note and said that a new student is joining school tomorrow. Then it stopped. Yandere-chan made sure to keep this note. The next day, a new student joined the school. This time, I want you guys to create the backstory and name for this new student, and I will be featuring you in the next episode. Make sure the backstory can be used against the new student. Make sure to leave it in a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and of course, see you on the next one.